What's up, guys? It's Maddox Lotus here, and we're hopping in the water to go surf an unforgettable session at the one and only Kandui, located in the Mentawais. So we just hopped in the water. I'm riding a 6'2 from Third Stone Designs. The sport's an absolute blade, and I'm gonna back those words with this session right here. Now we're paddling out, and I'm freaking out at this point because I'm just seeing insane barrels go by, and I'm almost to the peak, so hopefully it's almost my turn. Look at that, just about as perfection as it gets. I would say, like, at this point, I'm just absolutely freaking out because I know this session's about to be a good one. So we make it out to the peak, and I'm waiting for a little bit. We let that wave go by, and I kind of wish I didn't because I thought the guy in the white helmet was going to go, and then all of a sudden he pulls back. Right here, Benjamin Sanchez is up. Told him, go, 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 because he's been waiting a lot longer than I have. But, yeah, so right here, guy in the white helmet, Dennis, he actually pulls rank and goes on that one. But it's all good because I know a good wave's coming my way. Here we go. I see this wave hitting the reef really nice, and what I'm looking for out here is a lot of water down the line, but not too much because I don't want it to close out on me. We lock in, and right off the bat, we just start off the session with a good barrel. Here, session could have been made, but then we get a second section, and that's what's just the best thing about Kandui, is there are these sections down the reef, which, you know, there's some waves that definitely barrel all the way across the reef, like Desert Point or a Super Sucks or something like that. But the cool thing about Kandui is it's not just like a perfect barrel all the way across. Well, it is a perfect barrel, but in the sense that it's not just like a one-speed barrel all the way across the reef. It's like a barrel section, and then it runs a little bit into another barrel section. Now I'm paddling back out, and I'm freaking out at this point because I just got barreled all the way across the reef, and then Rafa here gets barreled all the way across the reef. So I'm just trying to get back out to the peak as fast and respectfully as possible. There's Benjamin right there. He's pumping because he just got barreled too. But then we get out the back, and we didn't paddle far enough out the back. And this set haunted me the entire trip because look at this thing right here. Now, this kid from Brazil whips it and goes, and I'm like, no, why didn't I go on that wave? Like, that was the one. So I'm trying to kick out the back. I'm kicking as fast as I can because there's this bomb coming my way, and I should have just whipped it and gave it a try right there, and I don't go. Now, you guys, you know, you could just be seeing there's more waves in the ocean. This wave haunted me like the entire trip, I swear. Like, I was freaking out. But third wave of the set comes. I go on it, even though it's a little bit smaller than the second wave. You can see the second wave right here, all that whitewash on the face. But luckily this wave actually had a little bit more water down the line. So at the end here, I lock into a really nice section that got out of that whitewash bit and ended up not feeling like too bad about not going on that wave. Definitely kicked out of this, and there was thoughts about it, but it's all good. I was pretty pumped here, as you can hear. Let's go. So, you know, we paddle back out the back, and I should have just went on this wave. On the way back out, I seen this guy, and he pulled into it. He was way too deep and didn't make it, but gave him the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to disrespect anyone. So the trick is at Kandui, you can't let those insiders go by. Now I'm telling you all my secrets here on how I got so many barrels this session, but I didn't just race all the way out the back because on the way out, got a couple barrels. Now this was super sketchy. That board almost hit me right in the head, and that would have been the end of the session. Luckily it didn't. It was pretty funny about that wave because I guess, like, I technically read the wave wrong and cut a little too deep, but luckily I did because if I read it right, I probably would have got hit in the head. Now this wave, I'm just in the barrel, perfectly locked in. Somehow my board slips, and I fall, face plant on the reef right there, and just get absolutely smoked. Now here I'm like pretty baffled because I've actually never headbutted the reef before. I'm getting super smoked, and I see a bomb coming right there. Guy gets barreled straight past me, and I'm just like, what happened? Like, I didn't get hit too hard, but I was definitely a bit dazed and confused just because you headbutt the reef, you just don't know the severity of it. So we're just trying to make it back out.
Oh, that fucking hurt. I face planted.
Yeah, you can see right there. There's a couple cuts right in between my eyebrows. But you know what? I didn't get knocked out. There's no stitches. So we're just going to head right back out the back. So right after that, we chip into this one. And look at how crazy this ride is. I'm on the foam ball for like 5 seconds. And I thought I was maybe going to get over it. That was actually one of the highlight rides of my entire trip because I've never rode on the foam ball that long, and just it felt like I was almost levitating. It's kind of hard to explain unless you've actually done it, but let me tell you, it was a great feeling. Now we're just getting punishments right here. Getting smoked on the shallow part of the reef, and you know, it's pretty funny. After that board almost hit me in the head, it really threw me off this session. So we chip into another one, and I just go way too deep on it, hit another foam ball, and to be honest, I'm getting pretty frustrated here because, yeah, I just don't know what's happening. I started the session with a really good wave, and then ever since that guy almost hit me in the head with his board, it really threw me off. So the goal is to switch the session around, and I was getting a bit too loud in my head at some point, but I guess the noise of the whitewash just absolutely pounded me. It was kind of knocking that noise out here a little bit because, yeah, let me tell you, the inside at Kandui, when you get pushed over that reef, it is no joke. You get seriously smoked. The water droplets kind of blocking it, but that wave was barreling all the way across, and I'm just freaking out here because I wasn't on it, and I'm just on the inside just getting smoked. So I really wanted to get back out the back, and yeah, here I'm just gassed, trying to breathe up, but that's just part of the game, I guess. So right here, we just need to get to the channel, just keep paddling. Sometimes it feels like you're never gonna make it, but you will. It was a pretty big set when there was a lot of guys getting stuck on that inside bit of Kandui. Over there, that's where all the boats anchor, just right at the end of the reef, and it's definitely one of my highlights of surfing in the Mentawais because no long paddle outs off the beach. You're always just getting a nice boat ride right to the channel, and then a short paddle to this right here. And yeah, made it around. We're just watching guys getting barreled. Now, I'm out the back and I'm just trying every trick in the book to switch the mindset. So I thought maybe I'll have a little good karma trip here after falling on all of those waves. I thought if I pick up some trash, maybe Kandui will give me a good one. And yeah, we're just trying it all out. It's pretty sad to see in the Mentawais, the locals have zero respect for the ocean, and they very well should, because that's how a lot of them make their living, off of fishing and stuff. But that's their garbage can, which is really sad to see. You know, Hawaii's definitely has pollution, but not as bad as this. So I threw it in my little Florence pocket on the back of my hooded rash guard, and right here after that wave, I think the good karma trip worked, because I should have fell on this wave, and this was probably the deepest barrel I've ever been in. Look at this. Foam ball section, another foam ball section, and when I kick out of this, I was in disbelief that just happened. Like, freaking out right here, and that just shows karma is a real thing, at least in my opinion, because I picked up trash, and straight after that, I'm into a perfect barrel at Kandui. You know, just shows you gotta respect Mother Nature, and she'll respect you. But we're back out the back, and ever since that, the ocean just sheet glassed off, and whenever it's glassy, I am super excited. So we just got that wave and hung out at the back. We're chipping into another one, and right here, pump, lock in, and watch this thing. It barrels all the way across the reef. Now, a huge goal this session was to get the barrel that went all the way across. Right here, I'm gonna have it, and no, I blew it. I should have pumped a couple times, and I'm really stoked that before this I got a good one, but I'm also so frustrated because a huge goal for me surfing Kandui was to get the barrel all the way across. Now, this is one of the coolest things to me. There's parrotfish everywhere in the Mentawais. Now, this is definitely a target species, as you would know if you watched a couple of my previous videos, for spearfishing in Hawaii. Look at how nice the water just got. So we're checking out this one, and at this point, I'm kind of more trying to go the precise route and only pick the one that is going to barrel all the way across, because I want that 14-second barrel. I know it's coming, and this one looks really good, so I paddle as hard as I can and then missed it. But everything happens for a reason. Right here, we got Noah Mizuno. He's surfed out here quite a bit, so
Wow.
look at how perfect this wave is. I'm just freaking out that I wasn't in the spot for that one, but that's just how the priority system goes. Right there on the left, that's Justin.
Wow,
he
Justin,
actually is
holy
a part
shit.
owner of Kandui Resort. Super solid guy. He gave me one of my best waves of this trip, actually.
Go, Justin.
So, in return, there he goes. Just praying that the ocean can give me that 14-second barrel of my dreams. The trippy thing about Kandui is all of a sudden it'll be super consistent, and then it'll just shut off for like an hour, and then turn right back on, as you can see here. So pumping down the reef, and you see all the corals, like you can see it on the video, but you actually notice those details in real life just when you're pumping through the barrel. This was a really nice one to get off the curse and then all of a sudden get a little too deep. And that's the thing about this wave, that certain ones just run the perfect tempo all the way across the reef, but then some of them are just so aggro in the sense that you think you're in the right spot and then it'll just stretch like 30 feet down the line, which is putting you too deep. We get back out and then we find some redemption here. Just a nice, fun barrel. Now, it was definitely not the one that I'm looking for yet, but it definitely felt really nice. Now, you guys might be thinking, like, whoa, this guy's pretty aggro in the sense of, like, trying to find the one that he's looking for. But, you know, I just was thinking about some guys that live in the home that I do on the North Shore. Like, we'll throw a couple names around, like John or Jamie or someone, but I just know that if they came here, that they would be able to find that super long barrel across the reef. And I was just thinking that, like, you know what? It's possible. Chip into this one, get too deep, and I'm just kind of like starting to get too loud in my head. I'm like, I don't know. What I do know is that long barrel all the way across the reef is out here, but sometimes when you just overthink things, I think you kind of start working against yourself. Now, the crowd got really hectic for a little bit at this point in the session, but yeah, we chip into this one here and find another nice barrel. Definitely felt super good to kind of get out of that falling streak, but it did not go all the way across the reef like I was looking for, but I was pumped. Just paddling back out. Paddle outs are almost the most exciting part about surfing Kandui, because you're just seeing all these insane waves that I never see. Personally, I've never seen any waves like this where I live at home, because we just don't have this long of reefs, and Mentawais definitely sure do. Now look if you were just on that in section right there, you could just be chipping off so many barrels, but if you really want that long one, you got to go all the way up the peak. Now, Sunshine came back out, and going for this one. Now, I actually did this cool grab on here. It was like the Mason Ho grab with my front hand. Felt pretty stylish. And I should have just kept stalling all the way. I probably just could have been in the barrel, but I tried to check turn it. And somehow, my foot slips off of my board and fell. And that could have been the wave of my session. Or just wave of my trip, but it is what it is. I guess when you try to get too cocky and surf like Mason Ho, that can happen to you. But what they say, you just gotta keep trying. So we're back out, and this wave is absolutely insane. This is what you guys have all been waiting
You
for.
going, Alyssa?
And I have been too. So we paddle as hard as we can. I almost miss it, but I just knew that missing it was not in the book. This was the longest barrel of my life. Look at, we're in the barrel, still in the barrel. And yeah, this was the wave of my trip. So hit the foam ball there, and it just keeps going. When I kick out here, I'm just in disbelief because this is what I came to Kandui for. I wanted the 14-second barrel, and I got it. If you guys don't believe me, go rewind the clip and watch how long I was in the barrel. Well, I'm so stoked right here. You guys don't even know. So ended up just heading right back to the boat. I've been out all day. Check out how sick this is. Kandui, there's just coconut trees everywhere. We had to kind of time it right to make it through this little lagoon. But when you do, this right here where you see the palm trees is the island that I'm staying on. And we just pull right around the corner and head straight to our rooms. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos like this, click the button right there. Thanks for watching. We're out.